Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and we are here doing card number 8 of our 12 cards of Christmas. So this is going to be a fun card. I love this designer series paper. It is from This Christmas is what it's called. And I'm also using some cherry cobbler, some very vanilla, and some basic black. So we are going to make a super cute card using the tree in Santa's sleigh. And I don't think anything else, but maybe we'll see how it's looking. So I'm going to just take my basic black cardstock and I'm going to make an A2 card out of that. And we are going to put a piece of cherry cobbler down and then this piece of designer series paper. I just think that's adorable. And we're going to decorate this up a little bit. Now, you know, I have this ribbon out, this cherry cobbler ribbon, but I'm thinking I want something a little wider or a little more pizzazzy. Let's see here. I might use, I think I will use this it's 1/8 inch, what do they call it? Just silver ribbon, 1/8 inch silver ribbon. So we will use this, and I'm going to cut enough to make a couple bows. I'm actually getting low on this. Might need to order some more. So I'm going to put that away too because I don't need that either. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a couple bows just because sometimes they can be a little difficult. So if I get those out of the way, then I know I'm just ready. And let's see, I'm going to start it again. Okay, there's one, and I will fix the edges. The tails. And there's two, and I'm just going to trim the tails off at an angle. Whoops, there. That one's bigger, but that's okay. All right. So those are done. I'm going to use Old Olive ink, and I'm going to use this Christmas tree. I'm going to get him good and inked up, and then I'm going to stamp right on top of this designer series paper. Oh, that's so cute. And I'm going to do something that I just now thought of to give it a little bit of a little more color. I'm going to take one of my watercolor pencils, or what are those called? Watercolor pens, I guess. And I am going to take a little bit of my Old Olive and just lightly color this, because this is not watercolor paper and it should not be getting too wet or you're going to have a mess of a paper on your hands. But if you just do a little bit, it can make a big difference and it can make it look really cute. And I thought that this would be cute if I colored it in a little. And it's just real light, so you can still transparent, and I don't know. To me, it looks cool. And I love watercoloring. To me, it is very easy and forgiving medium. Kind of went a little bit crazy there with a little too much water. That's what happens. So some of you who have been here for a little while know exactly what I'm doing. Others of you who are maybe new or just catching this video for the first time are maybe wondering why I'm making 2 cards. And let me tell you, as a token of my appreciation, one of these cards will go to one of you. And all you need to do to enter to win the card is just to be a subscriber and to leave a nice comment below. And it's as easy as that. So if I pick you, you will be notified, and I will just need your address, and I will get the cards mailed out by the middle of December. And I know that that's kind of late, but I'm not going to sign these or anything. I'm just going to have them ready for you, and you can give them out, and hopefully that will give you enough time to give it to someone if you want to, or if you want to keep it, you can, but I'm not going to put anything inside, so that you can choose to do whatever you want with those. Now I'm taking my chocolate chip, and I'm just going to kind of antique the edges a little bit just by brushing my stamp pad over the edges. And I'm gonna go a little bit inside and just go a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna try to be as light-handed as I can so that it kind of antiques the inside but doesn't make it look crazy. See how the difference is? And this is just kind of a technique that I love to do. I don't know why, but I think it just makes things look just, I don't know, a little more dimensional maybe, or just, I don't know, a little cooler. And this one is a little bit weird because it has the dark spots where the water was. It totally picked that up. So just so you know. Now I will keep that card because it's the worst of the 2. I usually try to keep the worst of the 2, and there's always one that I mess up on inevitably. So it is what it is. Now you could use the other side of this if you like this side better. I just really liked the musical note paper kind of side. I thought that was cool. And I love these colors together. I'm a pink gal. I love pink, but there is not a color I don't like, honestly. And this cherry cobbler has got to be one of my favorites that Stampin' Up! Has. Hands down. I love it. And this is open to international viewers, so if you live overseas and you would like to win, you have as good of a chance as anyone. Oh, this looks like it might be a little bit wider than... Yes, indeed. Sometimes I cut my cards and then I just put my scrap back in the thing and it's too wide. So 4 1/4 is what it should be. And I'm just going to check the other one just to ensure. Yes, that one is good. So, yeah, that looks better. This is kind of a nice thing for me too, because as I'm making 2 cards, I'm making a card for me to give away for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. And that is one thing that I need to maybe get your opinion on. I am doing this the first 12 days of December, which is fabulous, but it may be too late for some of you guys to celebrate Christmas earlier or whatever. So if this is a bad time for you, and if you'd prefer that I do it another time, if you could comment and let me know that too. The only problem is I'm not exactly sure when, because if I get around Thanksgiving, that's going to be awful for me to have to try to keep up with everything. And then if I do it early in November, it's probably too early. So I don't know. There's no good answer, at least as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I went ahead and did it the way I did it this time for this. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this behind it. This is just copper thread. I just love it. And I think that, you get a ton of it. And I just think it might look cool behind the bow. And then I think I'm also going to put a jingle bell on it. So let's just see how all of that looks. Sometimes it's nice when you leave your supplies on your desk because then you see them and you use them more, but it's bad because also the amount of space you have to do your craft gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, we did order Chinese food, so if it comes, I'm going to have to pause you. The little things, though, man. So I'm trying to find a glue dot. Oh, goodness, I think I messed up my glue dots, so I'm going to put one down here. Well, goodness, come off of my finger. And I think I'll put another one like kind of close to it. So I have 2 glue dots right there, and then I have one sticking to my bracelet. Goodness gracious. Okay, now I'm going to take my copper thread, and I'm just going to go around my fingers as many times as it will go. And then I'm going to take it, and I don't want the edges sticking out too far, so I'm just going to take it and just stick them onto these glue dots. No rhyme or reason exactly as to how they're placed, and then I'm going to put this in the middle with another glue dot. So I will take this, get my glue dot, and then put that there. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And it looks like I only have, or to the other card, looks like I only have 1 glue dot left on this sheet. So I'm going to put that here and grab some more. Hopefully I grabbed enough. I have 3 there. That should do it. So I'll put another one close to it here. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the other one, and I'm just going to wrap this around my 3 fingers. Or you can do as many fingers as you want. And then I'm just going to put this down on my glue dots. And then this one is sticking out like this, so I'm just folding him over. He might not fold like the other guys, but that's okay. It's good. And then I need another glue dot for my bow. And I'm just going to put that down in the middle. And I see that this glue dot has a lot of glue exposed, so I'm just bringing over the copper wire so that I can't see all of that, because otherwise it'll stick to my envelope. And then I am going to get out my mini jingle bells. Now you get a red one and silver ones. So I think I'm going to do red because the bow is silver. We have the whole silver and gold decorations. And I'm just going to take 1 glue dot and stick it kind of on the side of the bell. I think I am. Sure. There it goes. Then I'm just going to put that right in the middle of the bow. Now you know what I'm thinking after I do that. This is not probably going to be easily mailed, so I don't think I'm going to add one to yours. And I might even end up taking this off if I'm going to mail it myself, because it will not go through the mail with this big hard metal. It will, especially if it's going internationally, and I don't want to have to remember. So I'm sorry, I'm taking that off, but this will be the card that I send to one of you all. Now I have this piece that I need to cut and put in the inside. So this is 8.5, so I will cut it at 4.25. Is it 8.5? It's a little more than 8.5. Huh, so 4 and a little more than 1/4. Yeah. So it's not exactly going to fill the inside, but it'll be good enough. And I like that it's very vanilla. And you can put your sentiment on here or whatever you wish. And there we go. Isn't that cute? So I need an envelope. What did I do with them? I put them here. And I will write on here that this is card number 8. And I think I'll call this musical tree. Or just music tree. Then I'll know. So again, all you need to do to win this card would be to be a subscriber and leave a nice comment below, and I will let you know if you've been chosen, and I will get the card out to you straight away. So thank you so very much for watching, and best of luck. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.